like in the back of my mind, I always have this thing, Yoguti, you should be asleep right now. You should be sleeping. You should be sleeping. You are not sleeping because you didn't work hard enough to know the things that you are studying right now. That's why you are not sleeping.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Benedict if you're new here. So today I have a lovely special guest with me today. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi guys, I'm Zoey.
Okay, so Zoey is another fourth year physio student who's studying with me, and classmate, friend, all of that. So in today's video we're going to be answering some of you guys' questions. I have all of those on my phone. I did ask some people to ask me questions on my Instagram, so I have a couple of those, and I've also added in some of the questions that I've thought of, as well as some of those that people have asked me in the past. So Zoey and I are going to just answer those questions. And of course, I'm sure you guys can see all the food, all the delicious food set out in front of us today. So yeah, we just have some Burger King and we're going to be doing a mukbang. We have some Whoppers, original chicken burgers, mozzarella cheese sticks, chicken wings, fries, and we also have some milkshake, cool drink, and some ice cream. So yeah, we're going to be eating all of those while we're going through the questions. I really hope that you guys enjoyed today's video, and let's get right into it. The first question that we have is, can you be in a relationship while studying physiotherapy? Is it too distracting? So you guys have to answer that one because I'm not in a relationship and I don't know.
Yeah, you can. I mean, I've been in a relationship for 5 years and this is my 4th year record time. So it's doable.
No
it
failing.
It is doable. It's doable as long as you learn to balance your things, like relationship. Because I feel like a relationship has a way of also helping you with your emotional well-being.
Oh yeah, that's true, that's true. It's like a support system.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I would have also liked having that kind of support system, you know? Yeah.
You liked having it.
Why not? Why not?
Follow-up question.
Yeah.
Do you date someone in our class?
No, I wouldn't.
But it's still a relationship.
Okay,
like
firstly,
the opportunity presented itself.
Let's say this. Currently, there's nobody I'm interested in my class, so no. But if there was someone I was interested in, then it would be a different story. It would be a different story because I personally don't like seeing the same person every single day. Like if I'm dating you, I don't want to see you everywhere I go. Everywhere I look, I see your face. You're always talking to me. When it's time to do group work, we're always in the same group. We always have to partner up. Like I don't like that. I want to also chill with other people, you know. So I feel like if I'm in a relationship with somebody in my class, I have to always stick to him all the time, and I don't like that.
Yeah, I understand.
The next question is, it's very similar to the first one, but can you have a social life outside of your studies?
What do you think?
I think it depends. Like there's phases now. Like there's phases when there's not as much schoolwork or not as much stress, and then there's times that during exam season where there's literally no time to be going out. Like you need to use all of your weekends, all of your free time to be studying, working on assignments. So during those times, I feel like you don't have a social life. So that could be maybe a month, it could be 2 weeks, depending on how long the season is. And then after that season has passed and you guys just have normal, let's say if it's like first or second year, we just have classes. You can have a social life during first or second year. When it gets to third year, fourth year, it starts to like decrease a little bit, but you can still be social. Because I do see people who go out often and they're enjoying, but like I said, you know, you have to just manage your time well and just make sure that it's not during a time where it's very stressful or where you actually need to use that time to be studying something.
I love how you said first and second year, because literally I've been doing my ICU block, guys. It's been hard. Like it's been hard. I've been sleeping late, waking up early, not even having time. Like I didn't even have time to do my edges. I'm an edge person, but then I didn't have time to do those things. Like social life at 4th year level is just,
yeah. Do we say it's non-existent?
It is existent, but it's minute. Yeah. That's what I can say, because you can't say I dedicate this weekend to going out to, let's say, Gold Reef City. Because we've planned to go to Gold Reef City ever since 3rd year, but
was it 3rd year or 4th year?
3rd year, dude. Like we were at I remember that bus ride where we came from
Oh,
Yeah.
right! I remember. Yeah, we
Since
were
last
passing
year.
on it. Yeah, sure. Yeah, so it's been very difficult because there's no time. Like, there's no weekend where you can say, yeah, this weekend we're gonna go to this. So,
Yeah.
it has been quite difficult, but I think it's still possible. Shame. What's your least favorite part of studying to be a physio?
The studying part. Studying.
Mm-hmm.
It's not my favorite. It looks nice when we're onion scrubs. You know? When someone is watching from outside and you're auscultating, that looks cute. But the work that comes with doing that, the interpretation of the sounds, what it means for the patient,
The understanding behind all of what you're doing. You need to be able to explain why you're doing certain things, and that's the difficult part. Trying to understand why am I doing this.
With ICU, I constantly had to apply different concepts that I learned from back in first year, second year, you know? Physiology. Guys, I hated physiology with all my heart. I still do.
You know, I love physiology.
I didn't.
It was so difficult, but I kind of have a thing for challenging things. I don't know. It was so challenging, and I love the challenge. Basically,
Dude.
but to pass it was so hard. Luckily, we had exemption, so I managed to make exemption.
Wow.
I didn't have to write the
Can't
final
say the same
exam.
about me.
It's okay, you're here. You made it to 4th year, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how you got them.
Right?
Just once you got them. So you would say the hardest part for you is studying. I feel like I would say the exact same thing. I don't like studying for tests and the exams. I don't mind doing assignments, nah. But the moments I have to sit down and make sure like something's in my brain, and it's just like, I don't have the energy. I don't want to. I just want to finish, you know. I just want to finish. That's just my goal right now. And what else would I say is the hard thing about studying physio? What else do we have?
The sleep is nice.
Sleep is nice, but then the sleep is nice. I think not the sleep is nice. I would say maybe the waking up early. I would say that I can't wake up early. Like I don't like waking up early. Like I've struggled to wake up early.
I think I also struggle with waking up early. But I also struggle with sleeping late, you know? Like in the back of my mind I always have this thing, you should be asleep right now. You should be sleeping. You should be sleeping. You are not sleeping because you didn't work hard enough to know the things that you are studying right now. That's why you are not sleeping.
What's funny is the opposite for me actually. Trying to stay awake and not sleeping. I can stay awake when I know doing group work. When I know someone else is depending on me to submit something, I can stay awake all night to do it. But when I know it's just me and myself, I will sleep.
Speaking of which, do you remember last year's VCP? Can I have a straw?
Yeah, this is a short thing.
I just saw this one. It was more attractive, okay? Yeah. Peds. We submitted a day late. That was bad.
That was not our fault though.
But it's always been like that. We should have checked.
Usually we submit VCPs on the Thursday. For P's, one of the assignments was submitting on a Wednesday. And like nobody checked because we just knew it's always a Thursday. So then, I mean, it wasn't our fault because we just thought it was, I mean, why would someone change it to a Wednesday all of a sudden? It didn't make sense. We slept at 3 a.m. that day, just trying to finish that VCP. Oh, hectic. Have you experienced imposter syndrome?
Always, I always do. I think, let me speak about my mental health. I've always had esteem issues ever since first year. You know, when you get there and you know that you're with everyone who knew what they were doing in high school. So I always had that thing, you would say, oh my god, I'm not smart enough. I got in here by chance and all of that. Because I took a gap year. So I thought okay, I'm the only one who took a gap year here.
But you weren't.
I'm not smart enough and stuff. Like that's who I was. Like my self-esteem was like that. It is still like that a bit. So I guess the imposter syndrome, I might have had it. Might still have it. Because you know there are those kids, man. Those guys, you meet the smart kids who know everything, even if you haven't done whatever it is that you're learning at the time. So
that's true. There's always kids who do like extra reading, or they read ahead. Some haven't had to manage the time, but they always just know the stuff. So when they're answering questions, and you're just thinking in your head, what the hell are they talking about? You start to feel like I'm in the wrong place. I shouldn't be here. I start to feel inadequate. You know. So those are basically the feelings that we're talking about when you feel imposter syndrome. Like you feel like you're just here faking it. You don't really know your stuff. And I felt that like this year. At one point, I even felt like I was like an assistant physio. I didn't even feel like a physio. And then I keep telling myself like, listen, I'm at the same level as everybody else. I'm not an assistant. I'm going to be a physio. So you need to get that into your head sometimes, because sometimes I feel like these thoughts like they play with you, and you need to remind yourself of that, you know, who you are. So yeah, it's quite hectic, and I feel like I will still probably face it even in the real world. You still get to face things like imposter syndrome. So it's something that you always need to fight back and just remind yourself of the fact that, you know, I went through school, everybody. I learned as much as they did, you know. So I'm qualified enough to be here, and I know what I'm talking about. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
To anyone who's going to our university, and
Verts.
yeah, if you are in Vets and you're in third year or first or second year of whatever year, and you still haven't done your ICU block,
They traumatized you, didn't I see you?
I was traumatized. I won't say the hospital name, but that hospital really did traumatize me.
What did you do again?
I went to that hellhole.
Oh! I know.
Yeah, so I constantly had to remind myself, okay, you are here because you knew what you were doing and you passed whatever exam you did. Flying colors, you know, you are here because you deserve it.
It's flying colors.
For some of them.
So it wasn't flying colors. Last year I didn't make flying colors.
My physio was flying, eh?
Last year?
My physio mark when I got into the exam.
No, when I got into the exam I was flying. Then something happened in that exam.
No, for me, I still, maybe my exam was a few percentages short, but it was still flying. I was proud of myself.
That's good, well done. Staying at home is quite stressful because sometimes people don't really understand the fact that you need peace and quiet, and that, you know, sometimes it's also deadlines that you have to make. And when there's a deadline, you can't necessarily do certain things that they ask you to do when they want you to do it. So it's kind of like having to work around all of that, having to work around your chores, having to work around your responsibilities. It's a lot. So I feel like the fact that I've done this for the past 4 years, going on 5 years now, I've had many breakdowns. I've had many times where I'm just like, people don't understand. They don't understand what I'm going through. They're not giving me the space, the time that I need. It's just, yeah, I'm just happy that I'm going to be done soon. But I would say it's definitely not easy. I feel like staying in res and staying at home, they have different challenges that are probably equal in magnitude, I'd say. Would I say the equal magnitude? Well, I would say they both sides there's issues, there's problems. Like there's no perfect place to be in, unless you're somebody who really likes your independence and really likes staying by yourself, and you're maybe in a self-catered place where you don't have to cook for yourself. Then I feel like that would be great. But for me, yeah, I also wouldn't like staying in res because I feel like I feel lonely very quickly. And if I don't have friends around me, I don't have people that I see, I'll feel so sad. I also have FOMO, so if I see my family at home, you know, having a good time, maybe they went out somewhere, I'll start feeling so sad, like I want to be there. So yeah, I have huge FOMO, so I wouldn't be able to stay at a res. Even though I've always wanted to stay at res, but thinking realistically, it's not for me, to be honest.
Did Benedict mention that she's a last born child?
Oh, I'm the last born kid. Yeah, maybe that's why I feel the way I do him. How to cope with stress and heavy workload and feelings of overwhelmingness.
I'm not an expert in that area, you know?
But I feel like the fact that we've come this far, maybe we know tips and tricks that we can give other people who are still coming on the way, who are still coming up to where we are now.
Cry yourself to sleep.
Cry yourself to sleep. Oh my goodness.
Cry all you need. Just let it bleed.
Actually, I agree with you.
Like,
I agree with you with the crying part.
You must cry. Like if if varsity has taught me one thing, it's Uguti, you must make sure that you cry.
Yeah.
Because if you don't cry, then you're just bottling up emotions that are gonna interfere with whatever.
Exactly. You won't be able to focus because now you're thinking about all these other thoughts in your head. So in order for you to focus, you need to be able to deal with those feelings. Sometimes dealing with them could be talking to somebody and just venting. You could be talking to a friend, talking to a therapist. You could be talking to literally anybody around you. Or it could also be just crying and just letting all that frustration and anger, whether it's disappointment or whatever it is, just letting it out somewhere. And then once you cry, then you understand that, listen, I need to get back up, I need to keep it moving. Like, it's so important to make sure that you still keep things moving, because yeah, you need to graduate at some point, you need to finish what you started, so you have to just keep it moving.
Yeah, and have you noticed, Dorothy, when you fail a 10-minute test, or maybe it's me, have you ever failed a 10-minute test?
Maybe I still will.
I have. I failed my ICU 10-minute test, and at that point, it was the beginning. It was the beginning.
The beginning.
It was the beginning, but it was a very beginning. It was a very. It was a very bad beginning for me. It was a very bad beginning. Because I started questioning myself, do I even deserve to be in fourth year? It's a very tough thing. Guys, ICU advert has a lot of work. So
just a theory notes, thick. And then on top of that, they give you a textbook that you just have to read.
Yeah.
On top of the notes, so.
But trust me, the clinical supervisor from vets, she's the best.
Really?
Yeah, like you understand.
But I don't have the same clinical supervisor as you. Because I'm not going where you went.
Where are you going?
I'm going to mukbang.
Oh, Chicago Med. Okay.
Oh, why did they call it Chicago Med?
Because someone in our class said that it made him feel like he doesn't.
Oh yeah, I know, I saw that, but I don't know why he's putting it Chicago Med though.
Because Chicago, do you not watch the show?
Actually, I've never watched it. Maybe that's why I can't relate.
Okay, guys, watch Chicago Med. You know what?
I want to feel like that.
That's Millpark.
I want to feel like that. There's gonna be cameras there around.
No, Benedict, this is not the time. This is not the time. Her name is Bernadette. Please don't edit this out.
I'll see how I feel.
Yeah. And then I started feeling like I don't know anything. And after that, I just spoke to my mom. And she made me feel better. So the point that I'm coming to is that sometimes you just need to talk to someone. Even if they're not doing what you're doing, they'll make you go back to your sanity.
Exactly.
And then
you're able to move forward, yeah.
Think of the reason why you started. And then
even more, even think about why you started and where you're going and how it's going to be when you finish. The thing that keeps me motivated is where I'm going to be when I finish.
The money.
The money, first of all. I've already started budgeting what I'm going to do with the money. I was looking at apartments.
You remember she was looking for apartments.
I'm looking at cars, looking at apartments, because I need to prepare, you know. Even though I don't have the money now, I know I'm going to have it, so I need to prepare in advance. Okay guys, so we decided that we're going to just split this video into 2 sections. So the first part of the mukbang answering your questions video is going to end here. Stay tuned for part 2.